Nah, 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 nah. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the World 5K Sub-Zero to the channel. But really, guys, how you guys doing? It's nice to see you all. I missed you. I missed yesterday. I fell asleep after the Hawks game. And usually when I do that, like I might wake up like first thing in the morning to get it done. But I had to work today. So I'm here, finished work, watched the Stanford game, Stanford versus USC. Watched the Notre Dame game, Notre Dame versus Georgia Tech. Then I rewatched Notre Dame versus UConn, just for the sake of it, to get a little more perspective on today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking about the future of women's basketball. Now, Michael Porter Jr., we're going to get to that in another video. I have no idea how that's going to go. But right here, you guys see it right now. Hannah Hidalgo, 35 points, 8 assists, 6 steals. Ridiculous. And a blowout win. They beat Georgia Tech by like 40. and then Juju Watkins, 51 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 steals. That is crazy as well. So yeah, let's get into it, man. I guess I'll just start off with the USC game. The USC game was crazy. Obviously when you compare the two, Hidalgo versus Juju, Hidalgo leaps and bounds better supporting cast when you think of what Westfeld is doing, when you can have someone like Citron step up some nights and Watson step up other nights, and they're doing this without their best player Miles. So you're doing this without Miles, and Hidalgo just kind of stepped in. That was just amazing recruiting right there by Neo Ivy. And speaking of recruiting, USC needs to get on it ASAP, to bring in Juju some help, because it's tough for her. Like, it's literally, if you watch the game, it was like at the point of, Juju was making smart decisions. Like if she didn't have the best shot, she would pass it up and, continue to move the ball around, continue to keep the offense flowing. But it also counts when, your front court's a little bit more undersized and you're going against Cameron Brink and Kiki down there on a block right there with Stanford. And Cameron Brink had like 3 blocks in the first 5 minutes of the game or something like that, or at least 3 blocks in the first quarter, and they all came within 2-3 minute span. So that was tough. I think Cameron Brink, I don't know how many blocks she ended up with. Let me check right now. She ended up with let me see. Sorry, y'all. 8 blocks. Cameron Brink had 8 blocks. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Cameron Brink ended up with 8 blocks in the game. And, so it's very tough to get anything going on when you're undersized and you might not be, top All-American going against an All-American talent down there. And yeah, that's why I say it's even more imperative to hit the transfer portal hard and recruit hard out of high school. I think the high school market, a lot of people would say, thanks to NIL and the transfer portal, you can, it might be slept on a little bit more now, just straight up high school recruiting. So hit that high schools hard, and do whatever you have to do to keep Juju, I don't know if you want to say happy. I guess she's going to be happy regardless. But as competitive as she is, I know she isn't going to want to keep losing with her type of talent or just doing everything. Anyways, hold on. Let me mute this real quick. So, yes, that's what happened there. First quarter, Juju had, I think 11, 12 type points. She got 2 quick fouls. And I was like, she did 51 with in foul trouble. Like, that's even crazier. Like, she probably could have got 70, 60. So I'm still watching the game. She only sat down for 3 minutes in the first quarter. I was like, oh, she has to be extremely careful. I don't know how she did this. So I think she ended up the first quarter with like 12, 11 points, something like that. Then she comes second quarter and she heats up and she just and at this point, probably about the end of the first quarter, it became quite evident. Why is it still popping up? I'm going to have to mute my computer or something. Goodness gracious. All right. But I say all this to say where was I? I'm sorry, y'all. I got sidetracked. I got the box score pulled up and they're playing like the thing automatically on ESPN. Anyways. So yes, it was pretty evident early on in the game that no one else had it going for USC in the first quarter. So once that became the case, Juju had to just keep shooting. You know, a lot of times you might see games where Juju's taking 25 plus shots, and then you're like, dang, why is she taking so many? If you watch the games, you see why she's taking so many shots. So yeah, so that's that with Juju. 12 points first quarter. She comes in the second quarter, continues shooting, and now she starts to catch a vibe, a groove, and you know what I'm saying. So she's just tough. Getting the shooter's touch, the rolls around the rim, it seemed like every single one of those dropped for her. And, 6'2" at 6'2", bro, when she gets those rebounds, it's a head of steam. It's like watching, pun intended, like a Trojan horse just get on up that court. And, she can go like, she got high shoulders when she gets it going. She could go just like Bron, like the high shoulders and stuff like that. She could go stop, pop. She is a clutch athlete. Or she could go, and transition, whatever she wants to do. And it's pretty tough stopping her once she gets in transition and gets going downhill and gets a run and start off those rebounds. As you see, very key to getting 51 points when this 11 rebound performance. But she also, as the commentator said, just has such a knack of getting to the free throw line and, just drawing, initiating contact. And, they're going to guard her tight. And as the game went on, they kept getting more and more frustrated at how many points she was scoring. So they just literally just started fouling her like dumb fouls, in my opinion. And let me see who it was. It was, who was it? That was, I think it was Apollo. Yeah. Apollo was really the one that was doing that a lot. Just like frustrating fouls, reaching in, trying to grab the, she just frustrated. Cameron Brink, same thing, frustrated after a while after she just kept getting so much and things like that. Anything she wanted on the court. And, and the fourth quarter, she started to slow down, but she had like 40 points. Like 5-6 minutes left, and somehow ended up with 51 because they just started fouling her. They couldn't stop fouling. And then in the final 30 seconds, I think she was at maybe 47, and she got the final 4 points at the line in the last couple of fouls and stuff like that down the stretch in the final 30 seconds. But USC, shorthanded, they had no answer for Cameron Brink, no answer for Kiki, so they just kept fouling them down there because they were overmatched. Just quite frankly, flat out blank. And how many players ended up fouling out? I think 3 or 4 post players for USC ended up fouling out. If I could pull this up here, let me see if I can remember who fouled out. It was, should I pull this up for you guys to see as well? I might as well. No, I'm gonna have to pause it because they're not about to get me copyrighted. Anyways, here we go. So as you see, Davis fouled out, Marshall fouled out, and I'm sorry, I was literally hearing your name all broadcast. I'm not gonna try to do that now because I just don't want to do that to you. But she also fouled out, and they just, at that point they had to go with undersized people who weren't forwards even. Playing in the front court just to hold it down. And then that's when Stanford really started to make a little run and make the game interesting down the stretch. But at the end of the day, they just ran out of time, and Juju ended up winning the game for USC at the line. And it didn't seem like she was happy or like chasing the 50 until like she had 47 and she was walking to the line. Then she started to smile and she was like, I could get 50 tonight. So, salute to Juju Watkins and that 50-point game, like I said. That was just incredible. And her height, that is that rebounding, bro. That rebounding and getting downhill, you can't do nothing with her. A couple of those shots were just like, in transition, those threes. It's butter, bro. It's butter, And she started getting more tired a little bit there in the second half, cooling off, which is crazy to say with 40 points cooling off, but great players find a way. She continued to find a way to continue to score and get to that 51-point mark. With Hidalgo, that joke is different, bro. She's different. Hidalgo, I still, someone commented on my short from when I was talking about Hidalgo after the UConn game, and I was saying, shout out to Juju too. And they were like, you might have spoke too soon. Juju had 51. After watching Hidalgo against Georgia Tech, I still I still feel pretty confident in being like Hidalgo is like going crazy this season. That kid, like they say, 3-level scorer. Teardrop is good. 5'6", smallest player on the floor. Teardrop is good when she gets into the lane, when she gets into the paint over taller defenders. The mid-range, she just has the handles to just get her space, get what she wants mid-range. And then the three-point shot, if she has the rhythm or if it's at the top of the key, it's just butter too. That corner three, I think she airballed one at Georgia Tech. So I don't know if that's really her thing. But yeah, she's got it, bro. 3-level scorer, can make tight bounce passes in transition and tight windows. Just a good passer, makes the right plays, and the way she reads the the defense, it's like watching a So like back when I was in Alabama and I was covering high school football, there was this one quarterback. His name was Christian Story, and he was he ended up being Mr. Football in Alabama, and he committed to Alabama. He played the past 4 seasons with Alabama as a safety. And, you know, I asked him, you know, kind of during his recruitment, it kind of seemed like he was swaying to go to Alabama as a safety. So I just asked him about, you know, what are some of the benefits of playing the safety in on a collegiate level. And he was just saying, you know, okay, being a quarterback for all of my life on offense, I know where the quarterback is looking and what the quarterback is thinking on defense as safety. And safety is pretty much being the quarterback of the defense, being the brains, the mind. You can read his eyes. You kind of know where he's going, and I can anticipate things better. I believe Christian had maybe a pick. I know he had a pick in a spring game last season, but I think he had a pick this season as well with Alabama, his final season before graduating. He's now transferring to Kentucky, so congratulations to him on that, and best of luck to him his grad transfer year. But I say all that to say Hidalgo's like a quarterback on offense and a safety on defense. She can read. It's like her understanding of the game. She knows where the ball is going to go. Like she's watching the ball. She can anticipate it. She can see the play before it happens, like before it develops. And she's like just snatched one of the plays at Georgia Tech. She just snatched the ball out of a player's hands. No, out of a pass. Like she's guarding the player, right? So the guard's coming up right here. She's on their hip. And then as the guard tries to like wrap it around her to get it, you know, I guess to someone right here on the wing, she sees that she's about to pass it while she's on her hip and just grabs the ball and just goes. You have to do fingers when you're trying to, but you have to do that when you're trying to avoid copyright. Anyways, she grabbed the ball and just took it out of her hands and I think went to the other side. Every single time she got a steal, it was like she got a layup on the other end. And that's how she gets so many points. She gets so many steals. She's like the fastest player. What is she, the so-and-so player to get 100 steals? Let me see the exact stat here. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Someone said, say excuse me when you burp, bruh. And I was like, man, my bad. I didn't even know I burped on that. It was one of them LSU videos. So I apologize. Excuse my manners. 100 steals. Let me see what the stat is. I just ate before that LSU video going into it. It was I had some vegetables, you know, like broccoli, like raw vegetables and stuff like that. So yeah, it makes you the natural. Anyway, she's the fastest player to get to 100 steals since the 1990-2000 season. She's doing it as a freshman, bro. It's crazy. Crazy. Fastest player in 24 years to do that, bro. She did it in 20 games. Oh my gosh. Dog, she's crazy. Anyways, Hidalgo is crazy, bro. She's a problem, dog. And I don't know how that team is going to look once Miles gets back next season. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know if Miles ends up transferring and it just becomes Hidalgo's program. But let me see. Miles, Notre Dame. Let me see. Living Miles. Let me see. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Both of them jokers is crazy. And you got Kiki Bransford coming off the bench. Notre Dame got a squad, boy. I tell you, Citron is hurt, bro. She still look like she's hurt out there, and she's still putting up decent performances every now and again, bro. Them jokers is different, I'll tell you that. But yeah, man, I guess, a little preview of Michael Porter Jr. I haven't watched it yet. I did see the first few seconds when he said ping pong shouldn't get paid as much as NBA players, and I was like, all right, I already see where this is going. But what I do want to say is, just the same thing that everybody else is saying. You look at this freshman class, and you look at the freshman class a couple years ago with Paige, Caitlin, Angel Reese, Haley Van, all them jokers, man, right? And then you see this class, and I was talking. Oh, and you see last year's class too. And I was talking to Fly J in high school, and she said we all got trainers. That's the key to it. While we all going up now. But then you look at this year's class with the two that we're talking about on this video, because these two is on a different level already. Juju and Hidalgo. Them two is on a different level already. Anyways, but you have those two, right? Then you have Full Volley at South Carolina. Remember first game? Behind the back fake, and then the little whatever the heck she did, like a fake. But Hidalgo, that's another thing I want to shout out. Her athleticism, bro, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But anyways, so yeah. That's crazy. Sorry, Michaela Williams over there at LSU. That's crazy. Getting 42 this season. The fact that I think, what are they? Caitlin Clark has 2 40-point games. She has like 46 and 45. Michaela had 42, and then a player at Buffalo had like 47 this year. And now Juju has this 51. So that'll be 5. So yeah, 2 of the top 5 scoring performances this season in college basketball came from freshmen. Yeah, it's like that. It's different. It's like that. So yeah, I just want you to know that we're not even talking about Maddie Book over there leading number 12 Texas, by the way. Just had 22 points on Friday. We're not even talking about Maddie Booker yet. That's 5. No. Yeah. That's 5 elite freshmen right now making impacts and starting on teams contending for a national championship this season. It's different. Get on the train now and get left behind. This is the road to 5K subs. If you are new to the channel, my name is Rashad Milligan. Please take care of yourself.